Hi everyone. In this video tutorial, I'll be showing you how to create a simple queue service using Amazon Management Console. I'll be going through some of the basics like sending, receiving message, configuring a few of the parameters of the queue. And I will also run through some of the most used commands and how to interact with the SQS from the command prompt using AWS CLI. So let's get started. So here I have logged into the AWS Management Console, and here, right here, we should be searching for SQS. You'll be presented with this page. Here you have some useful links to the developer guide and API reference. For the time being, let's start it now with a simple queue. There are two types of queues on Amazon, like one standard queue and one other FIFO. I'll be going through the standard queue in this tutorial. We can further configure the queue with more additional settings, but for the time being, let's quickly create a queue. So here we have created a queue. We can right click right on Amazon Management Console and we'll get some useful interface to send and receive messages right from here without even programming or accessing from the command prompt. So here we can just say hello from, just put a hello message into the queue, and then we can view the message right from the management console. And once read, we can stop the queue polling and then look at the details and message attributes, etc. Then we can close it. So as long as the message gets deleted, the message is always available in the queue for another application to pick it up. So we can start polling. We got it twice. So that's all about polling. We can stop it now. Again, we can view it, and this time we are going to delete the message. Say we delete the message, it's deleted. You can see the message count is 0. So again, if you see the message, you don't get any message. So that's basic of queue systems, simply sending message and retrieving it from the queue. So next we are going to the AWS command prompt, AWS CLI. So for this you need to install AWS CLI. So you have just Google how to install AWS CLI for Windows or Linux or whatever system you are using. So here go to the command prompt. So if you are an IAM user, you basically have to first configure it by typing the configure command. You have to provide your access key and shared access key and set your region. So I have already configured it, so I don't need to configure it again. Here you can type AWS and all the SQS command stuff, SQS SQS, and you can simply type help. Gives more information what are the simple commands that is available from the command prompt, like send message, receive message. So here let's go to the receive message command. So we are going to send a message from here and going to receive for the command prompt. So let's copy this, come back to it, and then we can type SQS receive message and then help. So that means we are actually getting more information about this particular command. So just enter. You can read this information which is already there on the API document as well. So we can just quickly open my Visual Studio Code. I need to copy paste this command. In a new file here, and just copy this, paste it here, just join the lines here. So receive message queue URL. A queue URL is the URL of your SQS queue, so you can actually copy it from here. So that's your queue URL. So I'm going to paste that value right here, and then attribute name and value. For the time being, we are going to not going to use any attribute, so we can just delete it. Maximum number of messages, how many messages we need to receive from one call, so let's say 10. Visibility timeout is the time for which the particular message will not be available in a queue while an application is processing it. So say you configure it, so let's go to some of the configuration items here. So see, the default visibility time set to 30 seconds means once an application receives the message from the queue, it will not be available in the queue for another 30 seconds. And that is the configuration that we have set at the queue level, but an application can override that and tell that, okay, I'm going to take more than 30 seconds. But let's not give that because we already set it here. The wait time seconds is like how long you want to wait, like how long you need to poll until you come back from that particular command, until you get a response. So let's say you need to wait for 30 seconds till I receive it. The receive request attempt ID, you don't need to pass this for the time being, and anything other than those mandatory records. So here we need SQS. I'm going to type that one right here. So there is an error that it should be okay. So that means the maximum wait time cannot be more than 20 seconds. So we just need to provide 20 here. So we are actually waiting for 20 seconds. We don't have any messages right here. So while we are waiting, we can actually send hello. We immediately received it here. Right? The message is in flight means this particular application is processing it, because we haven't deleted it means we are still processing it, and this will be in there for 30 seconds because we have configured it such that the visibility timeout is 30 seconds. That means the message will be back in the queue after 30 seconds. So let's wait for 30 seconds and we can see that it will be available again. So we can see that it is again available here. So that is the idea of setting default visibility time 30 seconds. So we can actually increase it to any value that we need. So for my application, if I think that okay, this application is taking only 30 seconds to process a message, yeah, the 30 seconds is good enough. Retention period is quite obvious that this message will be there in the queue for 4 days. So if we say that we set it to 1 second, so we cannot set it to 1 second, we have to set a minimum of 30 seconds. So we can save this change and we can send this message, and we can see that after 60 seconds, the message will get deleted automatically. For the time being, we don't want to set it. So let's go back to its initial configuration value. Maximum message size is 256 KB. So that means our payload has to be less than 256 KB. We cannot increase it. So if you want to increase it, or if you want to send a message which is higher than 256 KB, then you have another strategy, like maybe put your message content in a bucket and then send a message with the URL of the particular item in the bucket, and then your consumer can actually process that message. Delivery delay is the time it takes for any consumer to see the message once it is being put into the queue. So for example, 10 seconds it takes for an application to read it. So let's see, send a message, hello, and then we wait here. We see that after 10 seconds and the message is in flight. It takes another 30 seconds to come back to the message available, because that is the visibility time. The next is receive message timeout, is like the maximum amount of time that a long polling receive call will wait for a message to become available. So here we have set it to 10 seconds. That means it will not wait. The caller will immediately come back once it's request SQS. So here, the message is available. We can again tell that we want to just wait for just 5 seconds. We don't want to wait too long. So we again receive so two messages in fact, because we send two messages in fact. Both the messages is being processed by this application. Again, if I send, I will not receive it because the previous call is still processing it because we haven't actually deleted it. Again, we have to wait. It will not be available because 30 seconds is not yet elapsed, so it will still wait. Hopefully we can get it now. Yeah, we got it. So this is like we are seeing some random number of messages coming from back from the AWS SQS. You can read about that behavior online. It's not guaranteed that you will always receive the message that we requested. So we can further go into the details of other commands, like simply type like send hyphen message help will give you this particular way of sending message from CLI. So maybe we can look at a straight away example just by coming all the way down. Yep, so this is a single message. Let's see. So we need to copy paste the URL again here. So maybe we'll copy paste it here. Then the QRL is going to be this one. I want to send to the simple queue. The message body is information. Let's see we can test this. Yep, so we could send the message, and we can, once we refresh it, we can see the message. Immediately see the message here. Yep, information is here, but looks like there's a kind of a bug or glitch in the system that it didn't immediately show the message available account. So that's, then we have AWS purge command. That means we can delete all the commands at once. So if we can look at AWS SQS purge message help. So it's purge underscore q, sorry. So it's AWS SQS purge underscore q help. So we can look at sample by coming down, purge underscore q. So again, we can just put our URL back in here. So now we can see that there are 3 messages in here. We're going to delete everything at once. See that there are no more messages available here. Yep. And the next thing is an advanced concept called dead letter queue. So imagine that 2 applications received the message, but in those 2 scenarios, it couldn't successfully process the message. So successfully processing the message means you're actually deleting the message. So that's the only way to notify SQS that we are done with the message and it is no longer has to be put back into the queue. So scenario, like say that we don't want 2 consumers to look at the message more than twice, and maximum twice, and after that the message has to be removed from and then put into another queue for us to verify and analyze it later point of time. So how do we do that? Go to the configuration queue. We have something called dead letter queue settings. That means maximum number of times a message can be received is 2, and after that, at that number of attempts, particular message has to be put into another queue. So for that we have to select a dead letter queue. So we don't have any other queue, so we need to create another one. So let's go back and create another dead letter queue. So let's name it as dead letter queue. So maybe when we configure the DL queue, we may have to increase it to say like it's the maximum available time that 14 days, so we can look at it within 14 days. All the other parameters looks has to be the in ideal scenario has to be exactly the same as the previous queue, especially the maximum message size, because it's the same message is coming into this particular red letter queue. Let's create the queue. Once we create that queue, we can actually configure it here. Say that we need to set the read write policy. We select the DLQ, DLQ 2. So maximum receives is 2. After that, it has to put into DLQ. Problem with my typing. Somehow it is getting listed here. Let's go back to what's the name of this particular DLQ. Configure queue. Yep. So there, 2. Save changes. Now let's reproduce that scenario. So we are going to receive the message twice, and the third attempt to receive the message will actually put the message from here to here. So let's send a message. Error message which cannot be processed. So it's not yet available here. Let's try to get it from here. No message which cannot be processed. Somehow it didn't show here. Yeah, so the message is in flight. Again, we retrieve that. Because the first attempt put the message into the flight, and it will only appear back into the queue after 30 seconds because that's the default visibility timeout. So we couldn't. So let's increase it to 20 seconds because we have to come back with the message this time. We got it. So it's still in flight. Let's attempt it again and see what happens. So the previous attempt here put the message into the flight. You see like what happens at the end of the flight. So we see that the message is available in the queue. Let's say we try to receive the same message again once it is available. Let's see what happens. You can see that that particular message appeared in the dead letter queue. Here if you see that this is the error message cannot be processed. That this means we can actually analyze that message further after it is being taken from the main queue. You can look at the content and analyze it. So this is a handy feature in SQS called dead letter queue, which is quite a good topic to learn about. So that is all about SQS in a nutshell. So I would suggest you to work or like play around with SQS, maybe install AWS CLI. Also, you can try it right from the AWS console. Once you're done with, you could actually go and delete your queue by selecting it here, so you don't get unnecessarily charged. So I'm going to delete both the queues. Thank you for watching, guys.